are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Ravens 7, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Patrick Queen charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And it is now 21-0.
Point is good. Makes the score Ravens 21, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Opening carry of the game for Cordarrelle Patterson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
25.
21-0 our score after one.
With the score, Ravens 21. Browns 9.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Jackson from the shotgun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Play action. It's Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
A 33-yard.
Tucker's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call a sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
At the 26-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to
that one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens add on. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 11 yards there, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man open left side is Brown. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The 15-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete.
Jackson's.
And all the way to the opposite 45.
A gain of 40 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is uh-oh. He's going to
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 47.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there in the final
seconds of the first half, and the Browns get a score closer. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
25-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10. At their
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The kick is good.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And his throw here's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Browns 1st down.
They'll give it to Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Mayfield looks to throw. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the ease.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
To throw is Jackson. Off play action. Open man is Duvernay. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And the Ravens.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jackson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The tackle made by Levi Wallace.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going deep here for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, alert 33. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Mike 36. Mike 36.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Mike 48. Mike 48. All day. All day.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings
from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pick up there, 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
Then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Today's final score, Ravens 52.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.